Here I'm going to show you how to build an AI sales analytic agent using new table feature in n8n. N8n provide a native data table which is much more easier to integrate with the AI agent instead of storing data in the Google Sheet, Airtable or the database. This table let the AI agent query that data using tool. By the end of this year, you will be able to ask questions like how much revenue did Bluetooth speaker generate and what was our revenue last month. So traditionally, the problem is if you want the AI agent to answer question about sales data, let's say we have a sales data here, we need to connect a Google Sheet or database, or we could use API endpoint. But for this workflow, we can use an native data table to store all the data and then query from the AI. So if I show you, if you go in the personal tab, you can see here is option in the data table, and this is available if you are on a new version. So if you go to in this section, you can see we have sales data we just created. So let's delete it and then we would import it again. So let's say we have sales data and let's delete the column. Okay, now we have delete the tables and just create a table from here and give it a name like sales data, and we have two options. Instead we can fetch it from we can import it from CSV, or we can build it from scratch. Let's say we would import it from CSV, so we need to drop the file here, and if it should, so I need to download it. Okay, now just upload here and then create. Now you would have all the information. Let's create it. Okay, now you have all the data here which were in a Google Sheet. Now you have Bluetooth speaker, product ID, revenue, and the quantity. So the benefit is we can query the AI agent to fetch this information. So let's go back, and this workflow is basically the same. So we have imported from Google Sheet directly, but we can also use get rows to get all the data from the Google Sheet and then insert it into a data table. So if you go here, you can search data table, and this is the table we are using. So after that, we are using AI agent, and so let's start build from scratch. So first thing we are using is the chat trigger node, and send a message, and sorry, wait for response. Okay, and then the next is okay, so we need to select a trigger node instead of this chat, and here you go, you have one new chat event, and now we need to integrate the AI agent. Okay, now we need to give it a chat model. Let's say we are using open router, and we are using free model, open router free. Let's connect the data tables. So you need to search data tables and select this one, and then you need to choose your table. We have sales data, and then you would have, but we need to get get the all the data, so that's why we are using get operation. And in the condition, so when I say in the chat trigger that I need a revenue of Bluetooth speaker, so Bluetooth speaker is a product name, and then AI agent will go to this table. Let's say give it a name like product search, and this will go to product search table, and now it will use column which is product name, where it's equal to the our product name which we are asking, let's say Bluetooth speaker or laptop. So we would use in define the model so that AI automatically will insert the data here. The next is we are using data table, but instead of product search, we would use for the date, so that we can uh, find the revenue on the specific date. So that's why. So let's select sales data and also use get rows. And in the condition, we would define the sales date where it's greater or equal than any of them. You can define for AI, and also the sales date is less or equal than, so we would use less or equal than, and we would define value. So now we can also fetch, let's give it a name, date date filter. So we can filter the revenue by date, and then we are also giving calculator so that AI can perform calculation. AI can also perform, but it will be more error prone. That's why we are using calculator tool, so that AI agent will use this tool to perform the calculation. So, and then we need to define the system prompt so that it can understand when to use each tool. So for this, let's. Okay, so this is a system prompt, and we are saying that use product search tool to get the product, and then product ID we are not using, and then we also have date search tool and the calculator tool, and then we are also giving some example. So this would help AI to understand. So let's say let's test it. So let's say how how much total revenue of Bluetooth speaker. So when I enter it, so AI now thinking and then will use product search tool to get the product name, and then will use calculator to sum all the revenue of the Bluetooth speaker, and then will provide the answer. Okay, let's see what it provides. Okay, as you can now see, the Bluetooth revenue generated from all sales data Bluetooth speaker is $1,400.50. So let's see what is in sheet. So this is for Bluetooth speaker rows. So let's calculate 400, 850, and then 1200 and 1400. So yes, the answer is correct. So we can also say, okay, give me the total revenue, or maybe the revenue between last month revenue. So let's say let's test it, and we can also need to give AI agent the current date so that it can perform better. So for this, use date, and now use curly bracket, and now you have now select it. Now you have in date and time here, and then now enter this. Okay, so now it's saying based on the sales data found on May 2017, the total revenue was $13,000. So that's it. That's working, and it's because it is much more faster than API. API consume a lot because they need to go to internet, but the native data table allow you to QD and in a fast way. So that's the workflow. I hope you like it.